One of the emerging stars this year on the Minnesota Vikings offense is third-year tight end Irv Smith Jr. and the former Alabama Crimson Tide got some love from Marc, Sessler, the Sizzler of the Around the NFL podcast on his list of potential first-time Pro Bowlers in 2021. Here's what he wrote. Kyle Rudolph, exiting stage left opens the door for Smith to fulfill his juicy potential. His 33-65 5 line from 2020 should balloon, but there's a potential fly in the ointment here. Mike Zimmer needs some convincing. The Vikings coach threw cold water on Smith's presumed rise by telling reporters in June, honestly, I don't think it's any bigger role for him whatsoever. Zimmer pointed to Tyler Gronklin. He misspelled it. Come on, Sessler. Seeing more work at the position. Is the coach playing head games with fantasy heads, and my precious midsummer article, or attempting to motivate Mr. Smith? September will reveal the truth. Now, I said at the time that Zimmer is honest to a fault, but this one seems like a little bit of a Zim fib. Like Zimmer slow playing his aces here. Why would you artificially put a cap on one of your young emerging studs and be like, nothing changes for him. If anything, he was hyping up Gronklin. Maybe he is just trying to Parcellian, just trying to motivate Irv Smith Jr. just a little bit more, just a little bit. But I don't see why you would do that. Plus, I mean, what Zimmer has to say in the offense anyway besides run the ball? He's got nothing to do with it, right? But last year, even with missing time with injury, Irv played 545 snaps, slightly less than Kyle Rudolph at 573. But it's also important to note, Gronklin played 449 snaps. Vikings played multiple tight ends, the most in the National Football League last year by far. So how much is his role going to increase? And with Rudy gone, how those 500 snaps get divvied up? I think you could see a world where Irv and Gronklin both play over 650 if the Vikings do stick with similar personnel to last year. I think they do open things up a little bit more, 11 personnel. But also, don't sleep on Irv's versatility. About a third of his snaps over his career have been in the slot or out wide. And Irv certainly could be the de facto wide receiver 3 in the Vikings passing game to start the season. Like, he could be lining up in the slot out wide, just a matchup nightmare when you're breaking the huddle in 12 personnel, etc. And he put up 30 catches, 365 yards receiving, 5 touchdowns last year in 13 games on 43 targets. I think you could easily see his target share nearly double. I would be shocked if he got less than 80 targets this season. And then, ipso facto, those stats are going to go up precipitously. But it will be tough for Irv in the NFC because you do have George Kittle. He's going to be, as long as he stays healthy, he's going to be a Pro Bowler forever. Kyle Pitts coming in as a rookie, the flavor of the week. And then, of course, people like TJ Hawkinson for some reason. So since only 2 tight ends make the Pro Bowl team from each conference, it's going to be tough. But if he puts up big-time stats and becomes a top 5 fantasy tight end, which he certainly could do, it's doable. So I think that Irv is going to be the best kept secret. If anything, Zimmer was trying to soft sell things. Oh, yeah, him. You know that guy who's going to bust out in year 3 and become one of the best tight ends in the game? Yeah, screw that guy. But your thoughts? Sessler picking Irv Smith Jr. as a potential first-time Pro Bowler. Let us know in the comments section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.